Markets in 3 minutes, special day NFP edition today. Non-farm payrolls are due in a couple of hours. Let's examine what goes. Obviously, the US dollar might move markets, or the US dollar rather might be moved when the news will come out. The story is brewing actually, and the idea is obviously that the NFP report, currently expected at 66,000, might still face a bit of a deviation. Figures have been weaker fairly recently. A year ago or more, we had 150, 200,000 newly created jobs, but that's, I would say, long gone, and that still might impact markets. A weaker reading might still support the Federal Reserve cutting rates any further, and further rate cuts would obviously kind of cause the US dollar to weaken. But wait a minute, maybe we get a bit of a surprise, a positive surprise after the shutdown has been, in a way, say, digested by the US economy, and that might obviously cause the market momentum to be positive. 70, 80, or maybe 90,000 newly created jobs might be the reason that the Federal Reserve is not going to cut rates any further. The US dollar obviously gearing up momentum, and markets in general will face a positive motivation moving forward. One currency pair to observe has been and is going to be the US dollar against the Japanese yen. We observed that the market, you can see the red trend line, is trading at a technical strong resistance zone with a break to the upside, in particular with the Japanese yen trading quite on the weaker side, potentially pushing this currency pair towards higher levels. So expect that the market might actually strengthen somehow further, which vice versa would be also interesting for the euro US dollar currency pair, because that one is currently kind of under some distress. The euro might weaken further. And again, another reading here, a stronger reading, is going to be something which could push the market back to lower levels. The euro US dollar currency pair trading at an interesting support zone, and that's the red rising trend line, which is about to break, potentially causing the market momentum to weaken and causing some negative setback in this market to kick in further. The long brewing story, and let's kind of check out what this is going to be the oil market. Oil has actually been on the very weak side, and we said many times before that any weaker reading here in this trend might really cause the markets to weaken further, causing the trends to weaken towards actually even the 30, 20, if even not lower areas. But wait a second. For now, the market looks kind of quite positively speaking. At the moment, we see that the upside is going to really be tested again. The market's trend and this basically falling trend has started to fade, and we see upside motivation to potentially push the market higher. And that might be, as long as the situation is not going to change, that the market could push to higher levels for now. Guys, that's the brewing story. Kind of check out what goes in the afternoon, your time in Europe, and leave your comments below the video. Stay tuned. See you then.